Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and I built this team with future Sight Slowbro. It's an interesting one because the team is very slow, it does not have a Scarfer, but I think it does have the defensive components to make up for that, so by that I mean we can basically respond to every single faster threat that would outrun the entire team. So for Cinderace we have Slowbro, for Talonflame we have Slowbro. Tangrowth is able to take on Zeraora as well as Urshifu, the dark one, and then Togekiss is able to take on Dragapult. So hopefully between all these Pokemon we're able to deal with the faster threats, and then our own offense is a lot of wall breaking. We have Choice Specs Kyurem with standard 4 attacks right here. SD Crawdaunt, I was originally going to make the Defog or Pelipper, but I figured that Togekiss would be better just so I don't auto-lose to Dragapult if I run into that Mon. And then Excadrill is actually the Stealth Rocker. Kind of weird not running an SD set, which is what I typically run, but I did want hazards on the team because Drill would also provide me with double removal, which is really good for Kyurem, so this was for sure the best option right here. Mold Breaker is also able to hit Rotom Heat, which destroys the defensive core of Tangrowth, Slowbro, Togekiss, so we're able to outrun that with all of our offensive Pokemon, if you count the Aqua Jet from Crawdaunt. So that'll be the team. Let's go ahead and get a game. Alright, I have a game right here. My opponent has Rain. I do have water resists, but the problem is none of them actually beat the Kingdra on my opponent's team, which is kind of a problem. Kyurem is very good in the matchup. In fact, I think I want to lead it. If he leads off with Magearna though, he would get a free Aura Sphere, which wouldn't be the best. I couldn't really stand in that situation. So I think the best lead to cover all options is Togekiss, because at least if he leads off with Mag, I don't think he would Aura Sphere into that Mon. Yeah, this turn I can get in Drill. Like, if he specs Aura Sphere here and he actually goes for a turn 1, that's bad, but I don't think he will. Yeah, he goes for a Thunderbolt, and this allows me to get up my Stealth Rocks, and then when the Pelipper comes in, I'm actually going to use Kyurem, even though it's a bit... It could be careless. I think he's going to defog. He wouldn't attack. Okay, so he lets me keep rocks up, which is probably fine with me. I'm going to use... Togekiss is actually not worth using as a pivot now that I look at this better, but I gotta keep Kyurem, so I think the best thing to do is just sack off my Drill. Yeah, I don't need that. They go for flip turn anyway, so I could have stayed in and attacked. I didn't want to though. Let's see what they pivot in, because if they go Crawdaunt, knockoff is going to come out, and that could be tricky. Their rocker would be Komodo, so they could go to that, but they go Crawdaunt. Yeah, I think this turn what I want to do is just get in Tangrowth then. I think it is worth keeping Drill actually, and if they SD it's fine. They just go for Jet though, yeah, I figured they wouldn't. I mean, they could have knocked, but at least this turn I get to throw off a knockoff of my own. Or a Giga Drain, but I think they're going Amoonguss or Magearna. They wouldn't stand. Should I Giga Drain? I don't want to overpredict. They go Amoonguss. So I get rid of Helmet, and now they're going to put something to sleep, probably. I'll let them put my Drill to sleep here. As they actually go for the Toxic, which is great, because now what I can do is go right for the Earthquake. They're going to go for the Spore, and then... You see, now here's where things get a bit trickier, because I don't want them defogging for free, but at the same time, they could just click Toxic as well. I think I'm just going to Earthquake here. They're going to spam Giga Drain, that's fine. I'll just continue to do this. Yeah, and then I get in Kyurem here and throw off Ice Beam. Okay, this is alright, I think, because they're going to get in Mag. What's left over is Mag, okay. Just gotta wait till I get a position for Kyurem to win, and that shouldn't be horribly difficult. So this turn we're gonna go into Togekiss on the Pelipper double. Just spam Air Slash here. They actually got a Scald off. I mean, it shouldn't really matter. I guess it could be annoying regarding Kingdra, but it should be alright. So we get rid of the Rain, meaning once the Rain is gone, their speed control is effectively done. I definitely want to keep Togekiss because it can easily win once this Rain is out of the way. Kyurem is very good spamming Earth Power at this point in the game. I think the best pivot to make right now is Slowbro. I mean, Slowbro is going to get 2-hit KO'd, obviously. There's no doubt about it, but they actually opt to flip turn. I don't agree with that. I would have gone for the other option. Right here, what I'm going to do is teleport into Crawdaunt, I think. I don't know how fast they are, that's the thing. That's interesting. I don't know whether that's going to help them a ton. How much did my attack do to this thing earlier? What did I hit it with? Kyurem's Ice Beam. How much did Kyurem's Ice Beam do? 25? So Magearna. Ice Beam should have done a lot more, assuming they have... Like, if they're no bulk, it does 32, man, and I did, what, 25? I have to check this. Where was that turn? 25, so... I don't think they outspeed Crawdaunt. They shouldn't have that much speed investment in it. Because, like, say I put in max HP here, it still does 26 min. They have to... I don't think they have the speed for Crawdaunt, so I'm gonna bring that in here and try it. If they outspeed me, they got me, but I really doubt they do, yeah. So... We're able to take advantage of that situation. They basically have to go Komodo. They opt to go Kingdra though, which is fine. I don't care. At this point, I think once the rain goes down, there's no way they beat my Kyurem, so I'm just gonna go for that. Goes right for Hurricane. Yeah, I just gotta make sure that I can take advantage of Kyurem here. So the best thing to do is just go Slowbro and teleport right out, and then spam Ice Beam and win. I severely doubt there's Scarf Komodo, so let's go for that Ice Beam here. Knock out Kingdra and just knock out everybody. Crawdaunt, I'm gonna calc it. I don't think it lives. Yeah, no way. Okay, so give me Crawdaunt and give me everybody. And we'll call that the game here. I'll be right back. Alright, so this game is very tricky because I need my Crawdaunt to break through their team, but the problem is they just get kills with Kyurem every time they manage to bring it in successfully, so... I kind of have to figure out what I want to do about that, and I don't think there's many options, but what I'm going to do is lead off with my Kyurem, hoping that they lead off with theirs, and, yeah, I don't like this because, unfortunately, my team's pretty slow, and I don't think they're going to risk theirs turn one, so I'm going to go for Freeze Dry. They bring out Spidef Clef. Oh, man, this is annoying. I really wish that I had something faster than Kyurem. I'm going to get in Drill on the Wish, and then throw up my rocks. I don't think they go Mandibuzz because, like, I could have Toxic. Yeah, they would Scout first, and obviously that was safe because my Mold Breaker doesn't care about Magic Bounce, so... Now they could get up their hazards. I'm gonna try to get in my Togekiss this turn. Yeah, that's fine. They don't have a Flying Resist, so I can just spam Air Slash here. If they opt to stand and I don't get the flinch, that's bad, but I can still Flamethrower after. Honestly, I really wish that I... had Nasty Plot in this game. Nasty Plot Togekiss would be so much better than what I'm running. So let's go for Flamethrower now. They might not expect it now that I've clicked Air Slash. I hope that they don't at least. They Skull Scout, okay. It's not Black Sludge. Hold up. I just need to flinch this once, I think. Of course they get it immediately. Okay, sure dude, whatever. So would they Wish or Protect? That's the thing. I'm gonna go Drill. They go for Protect. Now they're in sort of a position where I can spin for free. Or I just Earthquake, that's the other play. But I think they're going to go Mandibuzz this time, so I'm going to spin. Yeah, I'm still going to spin. Okay, so they still want to get in Pharaoh, it seems. I'm going to... I really can't believe that I couldn't even get one flinch into Pex. That was so annoying because I could have forced a KO or at least damage on somebody else there, and I wasn't able to. I'm going to weaken this for Crawdaunt, I think. Yeah, that did okay damage, and this turn we'll get in Tangrowth. I want to keep Drill around at least for these fairies, but I'm trying to figure out what I can do here to, like, take advantage of Kyurem, because they go for a knockoff, that's fine. They were Helmet too. I get a knockoff here for sure, which is good. They go ahead and throw up their hazards again, and I guess what I'll do is just spam Giga Drain. I don't really have a reason not to. Yeah, it goes Mandibuzz. Actually, I should have knocked this too. I guess I'll do that now. Even if they go back to Pharaoh, like, it's getting so low. So out comes Clef. I don't want Clef wishing, but Giga Drain is not going to kill, which is a problem. I really don't want them passing it to Pharaoh, though. That's the big thing. So I'm going to Giga Drain here. But basically force them to protect it is what I'm trying to do, and then I get in Drill and take advantage of this. Go ahead and throw up a Rapid Spin. Yeah, so they finally start using Mandibuzz as the pivot. This is the turn I want to start breaking with my Kyurem. So they go for the U-turn. That's bad. Because they can go back to Clef here and get it up to full. But they go Hatterene. Okay. I'm going to get in Drill on Hatterene. On the Draining Kiss. That's cool. But then I think I have to double. They Mystical Fire, dude. Why? Alright, I don't get it. Like... And then they double Mystical Fire. Why would you risk the They don't care about this mon at all. Okay, good to know. I think Crawdaunt, I should have calced that. If Earthquake did 45, we'll figure this out. I still can't believe they risked it getting Iron Headed though. I feel like that's so careless. So Earthquake did 45, meaning they have more Fizz stuff than I would like them to. Yeah, because if they were just max HP, it would have done 55. So Crawdaunt. Oh, I should still kill. Like, let's say I put max defense in. Even with a bold nature, like, it should be a roll in my favor. So Drill would do 39 to 46, and Crawdaunt does 69 to 81 with Crab Hammer. So I think that's my play here. Okay, we knock it out, good. I'm just really perplexed that they actually risked me just knocking it out earlier, but this is what I want. I need this thing to take hazards as many times as possible. That's very important regarding this game plan. I lose a mon here to freeze dry no matter what, so I just have to figure out who. Slowbro is the mon. I want to get Slowbro to do work, but this is not the game at all. Can Cleft? I have to predict Cleft versus Pex the next time. That's the thing. Oh, wait a minute. I got rid of leftovers. Never mind. I think I 2-hit KO. I think I just freeze dry every time. Yeah, so they kill. I bring out my Kyurem here. And I'm not scared of this game once their Kyurem's dead. That's what I'm trying to do. Force them to sack over and over again. So they might honestly just stay in here and see what happens. But I would sack off Pex first and then go Clef or something. Okay. So we're doing 52. This speed tie is very important. In fact, I think the speed tie determines the game, because I win if their Kyurem's dead, they win if my Kyurem's dead. So they don't want to risk it. Okay, good for them. They're going to go Clef here. I'm not going to bother risking this, obviously. I have to keep this to go for that speed. Wait, they lost, I think. I forgot their Kyurem's dead on entry. I think they threw. Unless they get a defog off, which I'm going to try my best to make sure that doesn't happen, but I don't want to throw trying to do that. I don't know who they want to pass that to, but I'm just going to Air Slash this turn. They're going to try to defog here, right? I can't sack my Kyurem, I do lose, so I'm just going to stay in. Okay, well they got the defog immediately, so it's still going to come down to that speed tie, it looks like. Clef's at 53. Bring this in here, go right for freeze dry. I really don't want it to come down to that, but I don't see a way out of that situation. So I knock it out, they go Clef first. They're going to throw off Moonblast, I bring this in. I have to click Sleep Powder here. We do hit, that's very big. Oh, wait, do they just pass it to Kyurem here and win? No, I see what I gotta do. So they pass it to Kyurem, I get in my Kyurem. And now it comes down to mind games on top of everything. Because let's say, for instance, I Draco here and win the speed tie. I obviously win the game, right? If I Ice Beam and they switch, or Freeze Dry and they switch, I'm still in the game. But if I Freeze Dry and they stay in, then I lose. So I think this turn I should Draco, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I catch them. Okay, so now they're going to go Kyurem, right? I'm going to sack off the Tangrowth. Yep, they lock Freeze Dry. I go back to Kyurem, and it's once again this situation where I have to get the play right. Draco versus Freeze Dry. And I have to predict whether they switch out or not. They just stayed in and risked it. I got the play right too. I clicked Draco hoping I would win the tie, but they unfortunately won it. So that's going to be the game right there. I did everything I could, but unfortunately that turn right there decided the game. So I'll be right back. Alright, I have another game right here. That last one was really fun, but like I said, this team is going to struggle against faster breakers just due to the makeup of how it's built. There isn't a Scarfer and there isn't like a Zera, Talonflame, or Dragapult on my team, so yeah, that's going to be a problem, but I did the best I could. Let's go ahead and see what I can do this time. Slowbro was able to check the Cinderace. I can use Tangrowth for Zera. Corviknight's a problem, but my Kyurem is very good just spamming Ice Beam here. I think it does 2-hit KO Corviknight, and if their Clefable is Vista for Urshifu, which it should be on this team, I can 2-hit KO that as well, so I think they're going to rely on Cinderace as a Kyurem response, but that's a bit tricky for them. If I were them, I would lead off with either Zera or Dragapult. Dragapult would make a lot of sense. I'm going to lead Togekiss expecting Dragapult. This turn I can just go to Slowbro here and take advantage of that. Because, like, knockoff could be annoying. They go Corviknight. This is fine. I can go for Future Sight, actually, and set one of those up. And by setting up Future Sight, what I can do is force them in a situation where they're going to have to pivot in Corviknight, Clef, or Crawdaunt on the second turn after this, so... They end up bringing in Clef. This is probably going to go for knockoff, but I'll teleport here. Is this actually that? So they're going to go Corviknight, right, to absorb the Future Sight this turn. Yep, that makes perfect sense, and I'm just going to bring back Slowbro. I don't think Corviknight has Toxic here, so I should be fine to make this pivot. And even though I am inviting in Crawdaunt, I'll be able to bring in Tangrowth and probably take it on. They actually opt to go Boot Zera, which is also just a Tangrowth switch in. Oh, that's really annoying though. So let's go for knockoff here, get rid of the Corviknight's item. Yeah, I gotta keep this thing healthier, because if it takes too much damage, then the Zera is gonna get out of hand. In fact, do I even beat Zera in this game? I think this turn I'll get this in. Go right for... I think I'm thinking about this wrong. I should try to take advantage of my Kyurem more. And in order to do that, I do have to defog, so let's go ahead and do it. Bring back Tangrowth here. If they Volt immediately... I mean, I could go Drill, but it's not worth it. I want them to knock. Yeah, I should have gone Drill. Because, like, this Tangrowth is getting too low, and that's what's concerning me. Because once it is low, Crawdaunt becomes a problem as well. So I guess here they're going to bring out the Dragapult or Cinderace, yeah. I want to get this back up to full, so I'm going to bring this Mon in. This is a tricky cycle that I have to try to deal with, because like here I can go Tangrowth, but if it dies then I lose to Zera. I think I have to figure out something else to sack, and I think Drill isn't worth it given the team matchup. Like everything outspeeds it or walls. The only thing it deals with is Clef, so I'm gonna make that play and then use it to bring out my Kyurem. And I'm just gonna Ice Beam. If they stay in it to knockoff, they're a good play, but I don't think they will. Because if I freeze dry their O-Code, and they have no reason to risk Crawdaunt this turn, so I believe this gets 2-hit KO'd. If it doesn't, I'm in a very bad position, but I do 2-hit KO it. So we do force our KO. Yeah, I think this was the best way to go about things, because now I'm going to force in, like, Dragapult here, and I can use Togekiss to come in and spam Air Slash. I hope it's not Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave Dragapult would be the more annoying one. The U-turn's fine, like, I don't care about that. Out comes Zera. I still have Tangrowth here. They're gonna Volt now that I don't have a ground type, so that's fine. So this is the thing. They want to get this Monon in as many times as possible. I want to get in Kyurem as many times as possible. Maybe I should stop playing it so defensively. No, I don't have a choice in the matter, because if Tangrowth takes a U-turn, I still lose to Zera, so it doesn't make a difference. Zera's at 100. Alright, we're gonna go Togekiss here on the knockoff, because it's the only Mon that can come in on knockoff and not give them a position where I have to sack a Mon, so now I get to spam. No, I'm gonna double out into Kyurem, I think. That's the best thing to do. What if they go Togekiss as the first pivot, though? They should go Zera. I'm gonna do it. Like, if they go Togekiss... Okay, they go Cinderace. Do they have high jump kick? I don't know if they have high jump kick, but I'm going to Ice Beam into Clefable and 2-hit KO it, I think. Yep, okay, good. We're going to get this Kyurem kill as well, and I think I'm doing what I have to right here. We forced the kill on Corviknight and Clef, basically. They're not going to be able to get up rocks again, and I just have to continuously take advantage of Kyurem doubling in, and I should be able to win this game. I just have to make sure that I can take on Zera in the end. That's the big thing. Because my Tangrowth is getting low, and if I lose my Tangrowth, then Zera obviously has this, so yeah. I wonder what other moves it has. So let's assume it has Plasma Fists. Would it be knockoff or CC? Because let's say it's knockoff, Kyurem can actually beat that, but if it's close combat, that's different. So at this point I can spam Earth Power with Kyurem if I want to. I still don't know whether Cinderace is banded. I guess I should check. It did 42 to Slowbro. So they bring this in. I think Crawdaunt is still worth keeping. Do I sack off Slowbro? Nah, that opens up the door for Cinderace, but I think I can beat Cinderace anyway. They would Crab Hammer this turn, I think. I have to get this turn right. If I go Togekiss and it doesn't get... No, I'm going to make the Slowbro play. They go for knockoff. Okay. Bad, but I can get in Togekiss and roost it. Is it even worth it at that point? Do I just sack and then get in Kyurem? I think that's the better thing to do. Why would you... I should have teleported, dude. I'm so bad. That would have been the freest Kyurem kill ever, and I would have been up a Mon. But now I have to sack this anyway. That was careless. I do get a Draco kill here. Maybe it's okay, but I really should have gone for the other option. Okay, we thankfully hit. Yeah, I should have teleported with Slowbro and kept it around. That might cost me this. I don't know, I'm making a few misplays like over and over again, but it might be okay in the end. I'm hoping it is. So this turn, I can get in Crawdaunt on a hard switch. Not the worst plan. In fact, I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, because if they go for Power Ball, now they're in a position where I forced a 50-50. And if I get this 50-50 right, I think I actually win. So let's think. If I Aqua Jet here, obviously it kills Cinderace. If I knock off into one of the other two, I think I also win. Okay, we got it right. I think I win this game, despite their speed tier. Like, these matchups are so tough because of these faster Mons, but I think I'm playing well around them. So I'm able to OHKO that Mon. I still have healthy Togekiss to help take on Dragapult, and Tangrowth is at full to take on Zera. So I don't see a way that I lose this, but I don't want to get overconfident. I'm going to sack that there, just to give them the switch into Dragapult. And then I'm going to get in Togekiss this turn. I think roost it. That's fine. Because eventually Zera is going to be in a position... Oh, if they're Hex though, I need to start hitting my moves. That's good. I go Tangrowth here, they're going to Volt. If it's actually like Choice Specs Hex, it still should be over in their favor. Okay, that did a lot. I think I lost. That did a bit too much. I don't think Kyurem takes that, does it? If it does, I still win. Let's calculate whether that's Specs or not. Well, if it isn't Specs, then they just have a Dragon move to kill me anyway. Dragapult. Hex does that much if it was Spell Tag. I don't know whether... I might have to dodge a Draco. It's what it's looking like. If I had Dazzle here, it would also be my game, which is unfortunate. Like, yeah, Dazzle here would do it. So I think in the end what I have to do is go Tangrowth. Does Tangrowth knock off kill a Dragapult? It does. So, assuming Tangrowth can live one hit, I think what I can do is use it, pivot out, come back in. How much does Hex do? That's doing a lot. But Togekiss was taking less. So I think... Yeah, I bring this out here, go for a knockoff. It depends on how much Hex does, but I will kill them here. And then I just have to switch out and come back in and hope that's enough. I think I can come back in and 1v1 a Zera. I'm not going to keep Kyurem. I don't think it lives anything from this. If that's their best move to hit me, I think I have this. Let's see. I click Giga Drain. Well, actually, let's think. Do I click Leech Seed? No, I just spam Giga Drain. What am I talking about? Yeah, I think I win. No, let's think about this, because I might take too much this turn. Do I have to hit a Sleep Powder? So that turn, I took that much from Poison. They're doing... I just have to live the Volt Switch after, that's the thing. So Volt Switch is doing 15, so as long as I'm above 15, which I will be after this turn, I still win. Yeah, I'm still above 15, so this should be my game. I don't think they have another move here. Close combat, doesn't crit, and they die to Helmet, right? Jeez, man, I'll be right back. Alright, I have another game right here. My opponent has a very offensive team, but it's also slow like mine. Like, their fastest mon is their Shifu, unless they actually have a Scarfer, which I can't not consider, right? Like, Porygon is a problem, man. Because, like, The only one that outspeeds it on my team is Kyurem. I guess I can Aqua Jet it too, but they're gonna lead off with that for sure. Oh, they didn't. Okay. I want to chip the Rotom here. I could have gone Tangrowth, but it's worse for me. Because then I have to take a Tri-Attack turn 1, right? And that's a bad situation to be in. So this thing is obviously an issue. I think the best thing to do is not go hard Kyurem. Because if they have Thunder Wave, that's worse. I want to keep Crawdaunt around because it can win in the end. What is Tangrowth? Well, Tangrowth is my Urshifu check. I think I go Slowbro. I know that seems like an odd pivot, considering I'm going from one Electric Weak to the other, but I'm not considering that. I'm just considering what mana I don't need as much. So now this turn I can go for Teleport, catch their switch, and use the chance to get up my hazards here, which they can only remove if they're Defog on Rotom. You got Flamethrower? No, this is your Rocker, okay. I'm gonna Earthquake knowing they're gonna make this pivot, like they shouldn't leave Clef in. Does a bit more than the other attack would have. If they have Toxic here, that's worse, but I'm still gonna go Togekiss. And just spam Air Slash. I don't know if they go Hard Rotom or try to, well, it's Leftovers, so that's the thing. It's not, Boots. Yeah, why isn't it Boots? Like, what's up with that? You're taking, like, a lot more damage than you should need to, just because of your item. And, as much as I want to make the play into a Drill, I'm still not going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna let them Volt. The crit's annoying, like... I should be at, like, 50, and I'm not, but it's fine. I'll just give them on. Yeah, they go for Tri-Attack. At least now what I can do is start getting in Kyurem and doing work of my own. Let's go for Ice Beam first. Just knock it out. Okay, I thought they would for sure try to, like, predict by going out into Clef / Slowbro. Here I can bring in Tang. I guess I could also go Togekiss, but when the Rotom is, like, out of the way, it's going to be much better. Urshifu should be getting in range of Air Slash soon. So they go Goodra. Goodra, I guess, has Sludge Wave. It could be Flamethrower, so I don't want to go Drill on that. Aqua Jet's still good. I have to predict what it's going for. If it's going for Sludge Wave, I want to go for the Drill Pivot. If it's going for Flamethrower, I want to get in Togekiss, but both of those are very important Pokemon here. I don't think I have any business in risking either of them. Yeah, this is tricky. I think if I sack this, I'm in a weird spot against Urshifu. I'm just going to predict the Sludge Wave. It was Flamethrower. That was tricky. Like, I didn't know what to do that turn, but I'll go for Earthquake here. That's unfortunate. I'll weaken them, though. Like, they're going to come back in at a lower amount. And then I can still continue chipping this here. It's worth it to keep Drill around. Goes for a U-turn. Goodra. If they Sludge Wave this time, it's a good play, but I'm just going to get in Togekiss on the Flamethrower. Okay, good. Oh, I'm not doing damage, huh? I think they have Thunderbolt, maybe? But I should live a Thunderbolt. So, like, I can Drew Stop after if I need to. Unless they actually have Sludge Wave, that's the thing. Well, we don't know now. Give me that Bond. Do I dare stay in here? Yeah, I do. Didn't knock me out. It looks like I could live the next one. They have to Volt, so that's dead on entry. I think I win with the combination of my defense and Crawdaunt in this game. Because they have to go Urshifu, which is going to get put in range of Aqua Jet, and then I should be able to deal with the others very easily using Crawdaunt. So that's how this is going to go. They actually just gave me the Mon right there. So all I have to do is get Clef in range, which I can force freeze using Freeze Dry. Yeah, I see what I gotta do. I'm trying to play it to where I don't have to hit Crab Hammer, but I don't see a way that I prevent that. So now I go out into this, hit the Crab Hammer, and if I do, then I win. There we go, okay, I had to hit the Crab Hammer. Crab Hammer has accuracy, right? I'm not being dumb. That's a dead dude, I don't know what you're hoping for here. I'll be right back. Alright, I have another game right here, probably going to be the last. Venusaur is not a mon that I deal with very well, but can Kyurem take a +2 Sludge Bomb? Because if it can, I can try to use that to beat it. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it's a roll heavily in his favor. We might have to go for that depending on how this plays out. He's going to lead off with his Kyurem though, so I'm just going to risk it turn 1. If he leads off with this, then it sucks, but I'm gonna go out into my Slowbro here and let him U-turn into Kyurem. I took so much from that too. I could have stayed in, but like I said, if Kyurem takes damage, then I'm conditioned against Venusaur anyway, so... He actually was Mag. I'm gonna get in Drill and try to get up rocks on it. If he Aura Spheres right away, he got me, but I need this to help take on Pyro Ball, and I also need my rocks up, so... He goes for Flare Cannon, good. I can get up my rocks now. I don't think he would go Mandibuzz, risking a Toxic here. He instead opts to stay in. And then I can get in Togekiss now and start to spam Air Slash. Because this thing is so low on health, it's really not in a position where it can take Air Slash. I mean, it's not low on health, it's low on a special attack stat right now. So I can spam Air Slash for a bit and see whether or not I can keep these rocks up. In fact, if he goes Mandibuzz, I kind of have to keep the rocks up or else it's over anyway. I don't know, like... I'm trying to figure out what I do about Venusaur. Like, it can't really set up on anybody except for Tangrowth, which is good, but I need to hit here. Good. I can click Air Slash again. He also gave me the Sun, so let's calc how much I'm doing to Megear now. If I have to flinch it once, I will. Like, why not, right? I don't know what sort of bulk he has. So Flamethrower under the Sun does 68 to 81 if he's max HP. I think I want to go for one more flinch and then knock it out. There we go, and now I just Flamethrower and kill it. I don't know if he's actually going to try to pivot out into like Cinderace on that. He doesn't bother. I don't think the crit mattered because Sun was up, and now he's going to go to Kyurem, which is another problem in this game because my only way of avenging Kyurem is with Kyurem, so... I think what I do is sack off the Tangrowth. He goes for Freeze Dry, get in my Kyurem, get a kill using Draco Meteor, and then he should go Mandibuzz maybe, and I can 2-hit KO that. Either that or he just sacks off Torkoal this turn, but I don't think he would make that play. Because, like, then his Sun would be gone, but he does. So once Sun is gone, it's gone. Is that just a win? Like, no matter what? I think it might be. Like, I'm gonna go Slowbro here. On the U-turn. He has one more Sun turn to work with, and then once it's gone, I think I can actually win this game. Depending on what the situation is with his Kyurem, that's going to be big. So I'm going to make the play into Kyurem here. Actually, no. Actually, yeah, I will. Because now by doing this, I can spam Ice Beam. I don't know if I Oko Mandibuzz, I feel like I probably do. And he can't get Sun back up, that's the thing, so... I think this game is going to come down to either a Kyurem speed tie or positioning, whether depending on what move he ends up blocking in the end. Because at this point, Crawdaunt Aqua Jet's very good too. He shouldn't switch here, that's the thing, because like if he does, then who wants to take my hit, right? I hope this Oko is though, I kind of need it to. Let's see, Kyurem against Mandibuzz. Dude, Mandibuzz is so ridiculously bulky. If he's Fizz Def, I can kill it, but definitely not Spidef. He was Fizz Def, okay, good. So out comes Cinderace, I go Slowbro and sack that. He should U-turn, I hope he Pyro Balls. He actually misses the Pyro Ball, that's very big. Because now we're in a position where I can teleport out, bring out Kyurem, and get another KO. And I think that should be it for him. Question is, do I risk Draco or do I just Ice Beam? I think I just Ice Beam, I shouldn't mess around with it. Yep, just knock out the Venusaur safely. Pivot back in Slowbro here. Even though he U-turned now, let's see what he locks, right? I just teleport. If he goes for Freeze Dry, I can bring in my Kyurem here. I want to check whether or not I have to hit a Draco. I think if I Ice Beam, then Cinderace gets put in range. This gets put in range of Crawdaunt anyway. So what he's going to try to do here is switch out, right? But... oh, he actually just stayed in. So it's over. Like, my Crawdaunt will win now. Which is great. Then he pivots out, but he can't beat Aqua Jet. I feel as though he had like such a free Venusaur win, right? Like it didn't make any sense what he did. But I just go for Jet here. I'm sorry if you can hear people in the background, by the way, but we knock that out. We'll kill Kyurem here and win. I don't know, like he should have won with Kyurem, but he just played his Sun badly, so that's gonna be that, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.